okay. Hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness, I'm so sorry. My computer was having a meltdown at me, and I was thinking, oh, I'm so sorry. Hiya. Can everyone hear me, see me? Is my picture okay? Great. Hi, everyone. Hi there. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry, everyone. I was thinking, am I ever going to get on? Hi to everyone that's here already. Oh, perfect. We've got some exciting stuff. Well, I don't know if you've realised, but my picture above me is very clear. Can you see? It seems clear, am I right? Am I right? It's so clear. It's like crystal. Hiya, Amanda, Charlotte, Ray, hi Melody, Marie, my lovely sisters. Hi Sue and Lozzie, and hi, welcome. Hope you have a good time here. Susie, Honor, Helly, May. Oh, no, I haven't got a new camera. Do you know what it is? Melody, bless her heart, has got, for everyone really, because it benefits everyone, this light above me is like a ring light. Let me show you. We are under a UFO, quite literally. And I've got my other, I am lit up like a studio. Let me show you. It is amazing. So it looks like this when it's all lit up and it's in the dark. But in actual fact, it's one of those ring lights. You put the camera in the middle. Isn't it great? It's like super clear. You can see me. It's amazing. So thank you so much. So every single person here can benefit from an amazing picture. And bless her, it wasn't in my colouring wish list, so she's gone hunting. Hi, Bethan. Hi, Michelle. I know. Kenny, and you know, it's my original 9, what was it, Desiree? 922 camera. So I know there's a new one, but the lighting has really made a massive difference. It's amazing. So you get to see. Anyway, you can tell by the title what we're going to be doing. Good morning, good afternoon. It's huge. Hi, Becky. Oh my gosh, they are. So I've got this huge studio light above me. I'll kind of take you on a tour with my phone. Bear with me. Are you ready? Hi, Gary. Blanket highs. So if I turn my camera around, I don't know, 1 second. Let's take you on a video tour. So we've got this. I'm going to show you in a minute, but we've got this like big light. It's like a big ring above us. Let me show you. And then the other side, I have this huge studio light. And then I'm in the middle. So you're going to see that. Right, you ready? You ready? We've got this. I'm going to show you in a minute. We've got this like big light. Can you still see that? Let me show you. And then the other side. Oh, no. Let me turn you up, not down. Right, we're going to do that again. We'll do that again. Ready? We've got this. I'm going to show you in a minute, but we've got this like big light. It's like a big ring above us. Let me show you. And then the other side, I have this huge studio light. And then I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. Yeah, that other studio light, I got one of those box lights last year for us. I bought this one. Oh, that one was on Amazon as well. So I'm in the middle. And then I am surrounded by light. So we are properly lit up. Hi, Cynthia. Okie dokie. So today, we are going to be doing from Secrets of Colouring 2, which is the brand new one. Now, I can do a slight flip through if you really want me to. However, I can't show you the full thing because that would not, it would sort of defeat the object for Jennifer, wouldn't it? So I can't show everything because you have to go buy the book. You got to go buy the book. It's on its own stand, Connie. Yeah, they both are. I'm quite literally in the middle of big stands. Hiya, Heather. And also, I've got another little bit of Happy Mail as well, which is from Melody in the same package, just come different days. And we have also got this to edit down. So we got some editing. So it's an editing software, so we could do all these fancy videos as well. So roll on, colour and chat with Sammie. Bless you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. You did not have to do that. I do not stick those kinds of things in any colouring wish lists. for anyone to buy. So bless her heart for doing that. Hiya, Linda. Yeah, it's beautiful. Hi, Sky. Yeah, it's a stunning, stunning, stunning day here today as well. But it's so cool. Hi, Charlotte Kay. It is. And I can't wait to, like, you know, we could do more technical stuff. Technical, is that the word? Sam can come a little bit in with the times. That's what Sam's going to do. Hi, Mum. Hi, Judy. Okay, so we're going to be working out of this. I just put that on the table so you can see that she has got 2 books out. She's also got colouring books. But in terms of help books, there was the Secrets of Colouring first one, which has got lots of amazing jam-packed stuff that you can get your teeth into. At the beginning, she talks about a lot to do with working with colours, with how to lay down, with tools, with techniques, and all of that. So there is a first book, and that's also out on Amazon. You can also go to moderncolouring.com. And then we're going to be doing this one today. And then there is her second book, which is called, I'd have to get the glare out now, The Secrets of Colouring 2. Now, this book is amazing, and I think it's a step up as well. And I love them. I love them both. You know, let's face it, both are incredible. Take care, Sky. Have a good day. Now, she goes through at the beginning what the chapters are. So you've got chapter 1, which is Beyond the Basics. 2, Ingenious Time, Stress and Money, Saving Hacks. Colour Pencils is chapter 3, Testing. And then we've got the Elements and Principles of Art. There we go. And we have Simple Background Solutions. So you've got some tutorials. Now, it tells you there is a black, rich, starry sky, circle backdrops, green haze, peachy pink backdrops, and a smoky bokeh. So it's quite a lot. Hi, everyone coming in. No, Stephanie, I am just starting. You are bang on time. I wasn't, though, because my computer had a meltdown at me. And then number 6 is Dynamic Varieties of Light and Shadow, which I think we all try and do in between all our little colouring ventures. Then we've got themed tutorials. So we've got Chocolate Easter Bunny, a foiled Easter egg. The Easter egg really did, right? Hi, Stephanie. And then we have Shimmering Candy Cane, Paralysed Spiral Lollipop, Transparent Heart Lollipop, Tiny Holiday Candy, Fluorescent Gummy Bear. Then we have Patent Leather Boots, Leather Cowboy Boot, and a Suede Boot. So there's quite a lot in here. Now we're going to be doing down here somewhere. We've got the, there we are, the Forest to Jungle, the Grayscale Colouring, Glowing Mushrooms. Now, the Glowing Mushroom, the reason I chose it, 1, Lou really wanted it. 2, it's a grayscale picture. So we get to do some grayscale as well. Yeah, Charlotte, you're right. Yeah, the Mushie. So this one, we're going to tackle 2 things. We're going to tackle doing, well, it will be a task for me because I'm not very good at following tutorials at all. And we can see what we can do with them. And also it's tackling grayscale, which I know quite a lot of people are still really daunted by. Now, I have picked out all the colours in advance. These ones. I'm not going to put all the colours in the screen, as I said, because you have to go buy the book. So I will tell you as I go along what we're doing and how we're doing it, and we're going to follow step by step. Now, I've got them all, and there's also another first, and it's the biggest first in 4 years of colouring. Look what colours we have to use in the Glowing Mushroom. We are using neons. I have never, ever in my life used a neon Prismacolor apart from testing it out, which is why I sharpen that one. These are brand new. I have never used a neon. So, Heather, I'm sorry. I hope it's not my end. Try looking at your settings as well. If it's on 1080, sometimes by dropping it down to 720, it helps. I have never used... Hi, Purple Lou. Sorry anyone I missed. Joey, Michelle, Kenny, all of you. I'm so sorry if I've not individually said hello, but I'm sending them. So I've never actually used the neon, only to test out, which is going to be one hell of a ride. So it tells you the colours, and we're going to go by the steps, which is in here. Now, all of them is available in the book. You have to go by the book. I can't give it all away, otherwise it defeats it for poor Jennifer. Okay, so we're just going to go straight on to the Grayscale Mushie. Hi, Jane. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you. You got Extreme Glitter Mod Podge. That's going to make one hell of a mess. It's going to be so much fun. Good luck at the doctors, Becky. I'll message you later. I know, Heather. That just tells you something about our internet, doesn't it? Hi, Bridget. Okay, so there's a couple of ways of tackling the mushie. It's called a mushie. Glowing mushie. I'm not making it up. I love it. Okay, so here I am going to read it out for you. It says, one of the beauties of Grayscale is in the subtle tonal shifts and the fact that there are no outlines showing, which is true because if you look, there isn't. It just graduates into grey. Oh, really, Jane? Yeah, you've been practicing, I saw. So to preserve the new, oh my God, nuances in the original drawing or photograph, don't overdo it. Consciously remind yourself not to outline the background areas with harsh lines. I'm guilty of doing that. So you may even want to emphasize the depth of the field, like in a photograph, by creating less in-focus backgrounds. There are several ways to do this: by using fuzzy soft strokes over the background with pencil, or by using pan pastels, or scraping chalk pastels with an X-Acto knife only in those areas. One thing to be aware of, you are colouring over grey. So this is a base, this is a tendency to dull your colours. Use vibrant colours if you want intensity. Also, if you want to use a marker base or add some solvent to your pencils to pump up the saturation to its brightest. But remember to use caution when colouring in the book. Okay, so what I have done, hey Michelle, I have got, now you're going to wonder what this is. You remember when people used to do like flicking, they used to sort through money and papers. They use them in banks sometimes, and it uses like a wet part. I've only used solvent a couple of times. Now I have got solvent and I have got my blending stumps, because that's also what you need. So I'll go through what you need in a second. So it's a good little tip. If you buy one of these, they're like, you can buy them in dollar stores, pound shops. You can buy them online for £1 on eBay. They are super cheap and they're removable pads, so you can always put something else inside. You can sort of, like you would just on a, you know, when you do your nails and you take off your nail polish, you can put some like that and then dip your blending stump so it's not saturating it, it's just dampening it, if that makes sense. So these are really good and really handy to have. People also use them for using gelatos, you know, when you do the gelato and you have the Q-tips. So yeah, oh yeah, water brush, just another one. But these are also handy. You can reuse a water brush. You can use your Wink of Stella brushes when they're empty. Anything. Copic also, but not. I was with an empty Copic. You know, you can buy the colourless empty ones. You can just buy the barrels. You can put baby oil in that. Hi, Natalie. So there's a couple of options. So she put some Grayscale tips. This is the only one that we're doing today. Hi, darling. Hi, Natalie. Hi, everyone coming in. So choose a high quality Grayscale art wisely. Now, you know, a lot of them are printed onto Create Space paper. So it can also be that you can copy them for your own personal use, of course, like I have done with this. Look for images made of light greys and almost no black. Now, you can see on this looks dark, but it's actual grey. It's not black. A lot of the Grayscale art out there, Micah Jelena, she's got a lot of black in her art, as does the Hollow Moon art. So there's quite a lot of different varieties of Grayscale out there that you can buy. Choose your supplies: pencils only, pencils plus blender or solvent, marker under pencil, pencil plus pan pastels. That's your options. It's entirely up to you. Start with the lightest colours first, followed by each slightly darker variation. So you're going dark to light, which is how I colour most of the time anyway. Quickly block in general areas without too much detail with a pencil or marker. When including pencil, add light strokes with a sharp pencil and gradually add darker ones, building up the layers. It's quite a lot. Hey, April. Be sure to constantly clean your blender marker stump. So grab some paper towel or a cloth because paper towel might rip. If you're using one, otherwise you will contaminate neighbouring colours on your page or smudge the line art ink because it wets it. All right, that's fine, fair enough. Determine a focal point, so an emphasis in the image, and use crisp line contrast to draw attention to those areas. That all sounds really good. Remember, if there's anyone here that wants anything from me, pop it in caps and I'll be happy to help. If you're new here and you want to catch my attention, don't worry about putting it in caps. You're not shouting. It just catches me and hopefully I will see it. Okay, so now we go on to what do you need. You could do a marker base and pencil, which is also really nice. She uses Copics, I think, quite often. Pan pastel and pencil, or pencil with a solvent. I'm not very good with solvents, never used them before, hence why I'm going to do it. So it's going to be first for me. With the neons, with doing a proper tutorial that I don't sway from, because I've got a tendency to start things and do my own thing, and I'm terrible for it. Yeah, if you're light-handed, it would. Okay, so what you'll need for this project, I will demonstrate using coloured pencils plus a solvent stored in a jam jar. This is environment-friendly. Oh, that she put it in a jar, and it's an environmentally friendly hack. Okay, so it works really well to create super intense colour with Prismacolor pencils. That's what we're using. And there is a similar product made in the UK called Zest. This one. Both are made with the same main ingredient, orange oil. It actually smells pretty good. Hi, Stephanie. That's okay, you lurk and work. Okay, so you will need the glowing grayscale mushy line art. This is this. We've printed it out. I've done it a little bit bigger to the original. So you will find the pages at the back. So this is the original, and this is what I've printed off. I've had to do it a little bit more intense so you can see. Prismacolor premieres in 992, 903, 103, 901, 935, 1036, 1035, 1002, 916. We've got quite a few. 1038, 933. Now there is twice printed 1035. I'm not sure if Jennifer knew that, but she's printed one twice. So don't think I can't find that one. You've got it. And 908. Plus you need a white luminance, which I have got, and optional you can get an indigo very thin. Now I have not got the Prismacolor very thin, so we haven't got that. You need a mineral solvent, so that's what we've got with the Zest, and a blending stump. Perfect, we're good to go. So we go on to the steps, and I'm going to be doing them with you. So hopefully this part is not too long-winded, and I will try and do this bit with you as soon as possible. I just want to kind of give you the first couple of steps. So first off, we're going to start with light aqua and directionally over the lightest areas and edges of the entire background with thin coat, and circle around the stars over the entire image. Okay, so we go around the stars, and that's what we're going to do. So let's go for it. And I can sit and talk to you as well. Beth or Beth, they are a Prismacolor, and they're harder if I'm right. They're a harder Prismacolor in general, but I don't own them. I'm going to bring you down ever so slightly so you're a little bit closer, and hopefully it keeps nice and clear. I'm not going to go in anymore because you need a nice bigger area to see. Okay, is that nice and clear for you? I'm going to put the book in front of me so I can see it. And if Jennifer comes in, because she sometimes does, then we've got to show her big love for this book. Okay. So we've got all our pencils here, and we've got our blending stuff, which we don't need right now, so we're going to leave that up there. Just for the moment, we need that in step 3, so we're going to do that. Yeah, they're harder. They're a student grade Prisma, much harder and a thinner barrel. There you go. I do know of them. I've just never bought them because we've got these. Okay, how are you all? And I just wanted to quickly give you a big introduction into what we were doing. And did you see the new Colour in Heaven? Has anyone got it yet? And have you seen the cover reveal? Do you want to quickly see that? Oh, you got them, Michelle. I think quite a few people got them. I never bothered. And we've got a big project coming up at the end of May with Becky and Sky and Isabel and Honor, our Honor here. Okay, quickly, before I get on, the newest and most recent release of Colour in Heaven is the Christine Karen one. There are exclusive images in this. You got yours today as well, Susie? Last one was that adorable aliens, Ray. Oh, I don't think that would be your cup of tea. But it was the adorable aliens. I can't remember the name of the artist. It's stunning. And so I'll give you an exclusive look. Well, you've probably seen the flip throughs, but I'll give you, if you haven't and you're only seeing it here, I'll give you a quick look into the exclusive design. Okay, so Colour in Heaven teamed up with Christine Karen, which is like great. Hi, Central. And we have got exclusive to Colour in Heaven. This is being one of them. And I think there's a few, isn't there? So we've got this one. So they're really, really, really nice. I love, but this is just me. I would have preferred the exclusives to be in the Grayscale. Just saying. But they're beautiful. I mean, look at them. But the exclusives, I really love her Grayscale stuff. So they are super, super beautiful. Me too, Honor. But not taking away the fact that she's always an amazing artist and whatever she does is just stunning. But I would have preferred them to be just in the Grayscale because she's the one artist that is my go-to Grayscale. You love my English accent. Or me. you or I love it. If it's that you love my, thank you so much. And I think my mum's just done that one. She's done it in watercolours. So yeah, I think there's a few. I think there's 10. That's beautiful, isn't it? It is a really nice edition. There's been a few that I've loved. I love this one as well because she's an old wise fairy, and you don't see that often. Yeah, check your subscription. I think you will get this one, but you're just a month, aren't you, or a month and a bit behind. If you don't, I've got to get another copy anyway. No, Natalie. So you're going to see in a moment. It's not all line art. The 10 that I love this one in particular, but the 10 that are exclusive are line art, and then we've got the Grayscale. So you've got a mixture of line art and Grayscale. Well, in this one we've got the old white. Maybe she'll become a fairy later in life. So you've seen her other designs around, and you know that they are replicas. If you've got the books, they're replicas. You would have got them, but it's okay to have them again, right? I love her stuff. It's really beautiful. So I won't go on a full flip through of the rest, but I was just giving you just a quick peek of the exclusives. But yeah, you've got the Grayscale in here. And you've got stuff is also on Etsy, and then you've got some line art, see? So you've got a mixture of both. So I think it's just the fairies edition and not any of her mermaids, because don't forget she's got mermaids as well. So it's all the fairies, like woodland fairies. But you have got a mixture. So if you're not into Grayscale and you like line art, it's you've got best of both worlds. If you wanted to dabble and try out, no Benny Blue, May. And you wanted to try out some Grayscale or vice versa, whatever one you prefer, you can really get stuck in and try both. And she also does men and females, so, you know, it's stunning. So I really hope that you like that. And it is just come out. I just got my edition in the post yesterday. You know what I also bought, guys? You're going to laugh at me. A little book of birthdays, because I can put everyone's birthdays in here that when you tell me about them. So I've written them all down on a bit of paper. I can now put them in, so I know. And don't forget, Pickle's got a birthday and Joanne Crampton's got a birthday. Hi, Tammy. So yeah, we have got a little book of birthdays so we can stick everyone's down. So if I hound you for them, that's why, because I'm now going to be on a mission to fill my little book of birthdays up. I know, right? I loved it, Ray. I loved it. So I will never forget your birthdays ever again. So it says here as well, so many presents, so little time. And then it literally just goes into from January all the way through. It's got no year. Oh, it's your birthday on the 9th, Lozzie. Happy belated birthday. Okay, we're going to actually get into something now. So I need to grab a sharpener and stop rambling on, and we can start. Let me just grab my sharpener, everyone. Bear with me. We need light aqua. I know that one. That's our first one to start with. Oh. You're 31 now. You're a year behind me. I was telling everyone the other day that I'm still 31 because I'm stuck there. Well, I'm actually stuck in 21, but you know, I forgot that I actually turned 32. I forgot completely. How bad? That's trying to tell me something. Right. So we've got light aqua. So I'm going to tell you as I go along what I'm doing, and I'm reading it out from the book. Right, yours is October 24th. I need to write these down, Beth. 1 minute, Beth Ann. I won't do them all right this minute because I want to do this, but I will hound you all. 24th, Beth Ann. I'm going to do a day where I ask you all, and we're going to have half an hour at the beginning, and I'm sorry. I know everyone, it's optional. People don't have to stay for that. Okay, I know, Jane. It's a shame. I forget all about it, and then it comes, and I think, oh my goodness. All right. So it says here, I start out using 992 light aqua directionally over the lightest area and edges of the entire background. So the lightest area, so we're going to go around here with a thin coat. So we're not going heavy. So she goes around the circle, so we can just make sure we do that. So just very, very thin. I need to go in one, don't I? So that you're zoomed back in. There you go. Okay, so we're just going to go around them now. So just make sure that they're not blocked out. And bear in mind, you're going over the entire thing, aren't you? Yeah, there's a lot of work goes into this. So just go around every single one of these first. That's what I would do. So make sure it blocks them first so that you're not going to put the pencil over them. So all your little stars. It takes the blender, I believe, the solvent is what makes this stand out because you've got a heavy, heavy grayscale area. That's what I'm guessing from her explanation. I'm just reading it. So we're just going to go around all those and the stars. Just make sure that we block the edges so that we don't go over them. So we're just going to make sure of that. Hiya, everyone coming in. Stockholm, how nice. It sounds like you're someone very, very glorious from here anyway. Okay, so very lightly with the light aqua, you're going to block out all of the lightest areas and edges. Okay, so we're going to do that. So it's like it is really like an aqua. There is a darker blue that goes above. You can also marker basis, don't forget, or pan pastel, because it just means that it will take off some of the work for you, which makes the vibrancy. So we're just going to try this out and see how it comes out. And it also tests me out because I'm not very good with following directions, and I've got a very bad tendency, I don't know if anyone's the same, of swaying off and doing my own thing. Terrible. And I know I shouldn't do that. If a tutorial's telling me to do it, it's like a recipe. Do it, you know. So we're just going to make sure that we do that. Oh, you're going to Copenhagen, Marie. That's okay. You look. Hiya. Artesian outdid themselves and bought colour pencil set. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hi, Gia. Hi, Kayla. That's much more exciting. Packing for somewhere. I don't like packing, but it's nice to know that it means that you're going away kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the lightest edges first because that's what it's telling me. So I'm going to come down here. Oh, is anyone in Copenhagen that can help Marie out? Is there any fun art stores? Does anyone know about? Go on Google as well, because that's what I generally do. It's like people say to me, you're going to laugh. Do you want to laugh? People say to me, I'm coming to London, Sam. Where can I go that sells art stuff? And my mind is just blank. And I think, I live here. I don't know. I can tell you stores that I know of, but they're not in central London. So I have to then Google, and then it makes me look like I know. And then I said, but I had to help Google had to help me out on that one, because I haven't been into London for a while. And there is the Graphic Centre. Has anyone ever been there? If you've been to London, there's the London Graphic Centre, which I think it's in Central, and there's, I'm sure it's Cass Art. That's the other one. That's right. But I've never actually been to them myself, so I am terrible. I'm a terrible person. So we are just on step 1. We're going to get this mushroom glowing. So if you wasn't aware, Jennifer Zimmerman also does have colouring books out. So she has Bella Futura and she has the Glamourista. So she does animals and portraits mostly. And she's amazing. And such a sweet lady. So definitely go check her out. And if you can, buy her just her help books. If you can buy any, buy the Secrets of Coloring. Honestly, I think if you're in a day where you just want to sit and practice, and grab those books, as well as Helen Elliston's. She's working on a 3rd. It's nearly done. We've had the cover reveal and all of that. They're really good. You need to get them still. I didn't know you didn't have them on her. Louise Cooper won them the other day. So that is, yeah, just honestly, go grab them. If there's one book, and Nocturne. Oh no, you're killing me. And Connie. Enjoy them, girls, your Nocturnes. I finally got a reply from Anastasia. Just, if there's any books, grab those and grab this. Just grab the Secrets of Colorings. Honestly, they're great. Okay, so we've put that down. That is all we needed to do on that. It was just a light coating. Hiya, Bella. Good to see you. It looks it. Connie. I was like, you and Honor are killing me. I am not looking. It's like spoilers for Endgame. I was not looking. Same with Game of Thrones. Not looking. Okay, so we just got to go around the outside. I just missed that. So it's over the entire thing, it seems. Just very lightly. It's a light coat. Okay. Next, from a bit about mid-mushroom. So about there, I'm going to say. I know, it looks it. I thought you're all killing me. Hi, Karina. So mid-mushroom. Go go to True Blue. True Blue is 903, and go around the mushroom itself in between the stars. Okay, so we're going around the mushroom now, and we're just going to go in between all those stars from midway. So we're just going to have a midway point, which all I'm going to do is sort of say about there visually, about here. So let's just put a marker point with our pencil. That's definitely midway, isn't it? So we're going to go around the mushroom, and don't forget, none of this is dark because you're going to use solvent on the next step, and that's going to take out the grayscale. I'm using Prismacolor pencils, Tammy. I'll repeat them one more time. So we are using 992 and 903. I'll go through the steps. So this one's True Blue, and our first step was Light Aqua 992. So we're now on step 2. And step 2 is 903 True Blue to go around the mushroom itself in between the stars. So we're going around this part with True Blue. And in between the stars means just midway. So it's sort of here. So we're going to go around it and pull that colour out to where the stars are. So we're going to leave that part quite light because you're going to have solvent to go down there. And she goes round and over everything again to bring it out. Apparently the solvent, which I don't use, it's going to be fun to use that, will bring out the entire colour against the grayscale, because don't forget, we're going over grayscale with a, just in general, we're going with a lighter colour, aren't we? So we're going to go around this entire mushroom and see what happens. That's okay. Of course you can, Honor. You can do what you want. You link away. And also, guys, I will link everything. I've still got to do it from the last video. I will link everything in the description of what we used, all the tools, and the links for Jennifer's book, and also for Jennifer's store, which is moderncolouring.com, and her Etsy store, which again, it's Modern Colouring. Everything for Jennifer Zimmerman is Modern Colouring, so that it's a blanket around social media platforms so you can recognise the name. Her name is Jennifer Zimmerman, but everything that she does in terms of the colouring world is Modern Colouring. Okay, so we're just going around the entire mushroom midway. You won't see anything yet until we put that solvent down, but we are going to make this happen. It's a good thing to kind of practice. Hi, Cassandra. Which one is that, Mike? Hi, Robin. Hi, everyone coming in. What are we today? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. I keep forgetting what days we're on. How bad is that? And how clear is our picture? I can't get over that. It's like clear. But you can see how paley I am now. So, Melody, honestly, thank you so much. It is so clear. When that came, not that long ago, I was squealing. Andrew was telling me, well, he brought it upstairs, and it was just because I can't lift the box up the stairs. So yeah, it was just so much fun, and I'm going to have a good play tomorrow because I've got the day. I've got to go doctors, but I've got the day. I'm going to have a play with editing software and see what we can do. And then you watch, I'm going to be like so keen to just do some uploads, but it's not that. It's just been my back recently. But when my back's playing ball, woo, there's no stopping. Okay, can you see that? So we've just put like an outline around. So that is all you're doing. You won't see it too bad. Yeah, I really liked them. Do you like the colour? I think this one's called Meet Me at the Altar. Yes, there's a million hints in that. And they're finally starting to grow so I can put my special stickers on. So, yeah, I do like it when they start to get stronger. I've been putting that OP, any ladies around that has weak nails, the OP Nail Strengthener, that was recommended by KP, who I adore. She's always got amazing nails. Okay, so in between all those stars, I don't think we're bringing it down. Bear with me. No, we're not. we're just bringing it to here. So just down, let's bring it down a little bit to those stars. The mushroom, we're going to use neons on this mushroom. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, next step. Now it's time to blend. I'm using BioShield, but I'm going to be using, I'm just reading out what she says. I'm going to be using Zest. See the resource guide for info. Use a blending stump and just a little solvent on the end to rub over all of the pencil. So I'm going to grab my, not smallest, the smallest one is this one. We're going to go next size up, I think. We're going to go for this one, which is number 2. These are the Spectrum Noir blending stumps, and they are a pack of 1, 2, 3. I think we got 6 in here. I could be wrong. I think I've got 6, and I'm using number 2. Yeah, this is really good. And I'll show you. So this has got a safety cap on, obviously, because it's strong. You don't want the kids getting near it. I haven't got kids, but still, I've got animals. So just put some solvent on it, and it soaks it up. But it just means that I don't have to soak the end. Bella, this is just one of those sponge. You know, people use it in the banks and stuff to wet, so they get wet fingers. All this does is that I can put, look, my blending stump in there, and it doesn't oversaturate. And then you leave one side dry in case you get too much. I love it. Thank you, Tammy. It's really good, isn't it? So now we're going to blend. So she is blending over the entire pencil. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to blend out this pencil. So you can just go to your stump each time. It's a, I don't know what we call it. It's just a, it's a sponge really, but it was made for this kind of thing, for solvents and for water, so that you can just keep everything moist. So we're going over the entire thing to bring out the colour. So you can see if you get any on there, you can just wipe it off, and don't forget you can always wash this out. You just put a little bit of fairy liquid or whatever washing dish soap liquid you've got, and we're just going to go over the entire thing with it. So I'm just following step by step what she's saying, and this is not saturating the page, it's just bringing the colour out. So this is just the few steps. We've got so many more to go. So I'm doing it literally step by step so that we've got a slow process and we can see how it will turn out. And trust me, if I can follow a tutorial, you can, because I'm terrible with it. Okay, so you can just go back and forth to it. It's such a good little hack. These are £1, £1 or $1, the equivalent of. So they're really not expensive. If there's little hacks that you've got, do share them. Jennifer in her book spoke about putting solvent in jam jars. I don't need to because I've only got a little one. Jane spoke about putting some solvent in a water brush. Don't worry too much about these little stars. Just go around them. If you go over one, it's fine. Just going to bring out that colour. Morning, Danny. No, this is from eBay, Lou. Purple Lou. Becky, you're all right, hon. I thought you were at the doctor's. I'm just making sure you're all right. You can buy them on eBay. I will put the link of the one that I bought off eBay, and you can hunt them down. So we're going over the entire thing. So now just wipe that off. I'm going to put that in the middle, and you know we've got this light aqua here. It's going to bring that out a little bit, so it's just going to blend it together. So just make sure that your solvent is still there, and we're going to bring that color out a little bit and blend it out. So if you want to go over it again, which she does, she goes over again. We're going to go very quickly doing that though. It just brings out more color so that it blends the edges out, and it's a seamless blend. I never use blending solvent, so this is nice to do. There, see, and an empty Copic. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. slightly, but it will dry. It will dry. So I'm doing this obviously on single-sided, and mine's a printout because that's, if you're going to do this and you want to practice, she recommends with the printouts that she provides in the back of the book. Okay, so it starts to look like it's soaked into your sponge, which is fine, but it's there. Just go to the area that you've put it, and we're going to blend that out. And then we've got to go over again, but make sure it's also dry. This is quite nice. I'm quite liking doing this. It's quite therapeutic. Okay, so I've missed a little bit there. We're going to come in there in a minute. So your light aqua, don't forget, is your main light colour at the bottom, and then we've gone with true blue. So we're using Prismacolor pencils today because that is what Jennifer tells us, and 1 luminance. Right, so if I come up, you can see how seamlessly that has blended. There's a little bit, that's why she says, because the solvent spreads the colour into the paper tube, she goes over it again with 992 and 903, especially around the stars. So she goes over again. Now, make sure my paper is actually pretty dry, so that's pretty good. So you grab those 2 colours again. Yeah, bank teller sponges, that's the one. That's what I said, they use them in banks, don't they? It's really good. Okay, so we're going to go with those 2 colours again. Let's make sure. Yeah, that's dry. So we're going to grab this is Light Aqua 992. So this part might take a little bit of time, and she says to focus, especially around the stars. So we're just going to make sure. Now the solvent's down, it is dried in. And this is single-sided to practice. So again, like with our markers, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that this would be good for double-sided if the solvent is quite oily or appears oily and it goes through the page. So they're just little, we're going to learn as we go along. So just focus around the stars, as she says. Make sure that that's gone into, we haven't used a lot, that's what I mean. If you use a sponge or something to stem the flow of, because if you went straight, yeah, it's fine because look, we've got a underneath. Yeah, I can. You want me to link the printer? That's fine. Anything you want me to link, please just shout it out at me and I'll do it. So you want me to link my printer? Okay. And it goes up to 160 to 170 gram paper. Right. Hiya, Wendy. Good to see you. So just go over slightly again to bring out those colours around those edges. Go around the stars. And you can go a little bit heavier this time round because the first time is light to blend out in solvent. This time we're not going to use solvent. We're just going to add enough so that we're happy with the result. So this is going to take time because we're breaking it down. These things take a whole stream. I hope you're good for that. It's fine. If you're not, because you have lives. I say that all the time, you've got lives. Did you all have a very nice Mother's Day, by the way? Those that celebrated on Sunday. I hope you did, and I hope you were spoiled. If you were just spoiled in love, you don't need to have gifts. Feeling loved is the best thing. It overpowers everything else for me. Feeling loved and cared for. Okay, so you can see it comes really, really out. Hi, Sammie. Hi, Caroline. Thank you, Heather. Oh, yummy. What you got today? I don't know what I have. Yeah, it does take a while. And also, if you're, I'm just going to go around these stars, guys. If you're a Selena Fenwick fan, she has just released her Gothic book in Grayscale. And it is so nice. And I've always wanted the Gothic one. But I was waiting, and she's released it in Grayscale. So that's also just released last night on Amazon US and UK. Or I think all Amazon platforms, so you can grab that now. So we're just going to go around the edges and make sure that that is completely blended out. And it is really nice. And she's taken her time to make an effort with the Grayscale. I was watching the process of it. So if you fancy that, that is her Gothic book in Grayscale. It's beautiful. So you can grab, I got a copy last night, so it should be here tomorrow. I also got one of these. I don't know if anyone's tried them. Hi, anyone that's coming in. This is the Sheen, Extreme Sheen Deco Art Americana for my, I'll show you what I'm going to use it on quickly before we get on. So I'm doing this, it was a buddy colour and I've still not done it because it just fell at a bad time for me. So I'm doing this from Serene, which you know is my favourite book. And I wanted to, in the background, I thought this would go really well. So this is for this book. And it's the bronze, and you know the background bits here, I really want to do that. So I'm going to have a go and see how that turns out, and I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know. But anyway, let's get back to this. So that's blended that out, okay, and then she tells you to go over with your 903 and just make sure that you're completely happy around your mushroom, which I am. So just make sure that that's out, because you're going to go with another blue in a moment. So just make sure entirely that you're happy, because you're going over Grayscale and you're seeing now, look how dark it started, and look now how the blues have kind of overtaken that. It does work. So a solvent is a good idea. Thanks, Charlotte. But I will have a go at seeing how that is in my spare time, and then we might have like a mission with that paint one day and see what we can do with it, because it's not supposed to be very, 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 very shiny. But we'll see, because it's acrylic. You know, we've got the pearl colours and we've got the watercolours, but acrylics, I haven't got anything that shiny, so we'll see. Right, so that's that one. Next stage, she uses 103, which is cerulean blue, on top of half of the background in between all of the stars. This makes it a little bit less turquoise. Okay, so we're going in between all of those stars at the top only. I think this is going to come out really nice, because don't forget, this is our book if you're just joining. And this is what we're doing. So the end result is going to be this one here. So that's what we're heading for, but we're doing step by step. So we're on step 5, and we've got all those to go. But once we get into the swing of it, it'll be fine. Okay, so now, cerulean blue. We're going to go in between all of these stars to make it less turquoise, because you might not see it on your screens, but it is quite turquoise. But that's because the light aqua has made it that way. Does she blend that out? No, she goes with indigo blue after. Okay. So we're just going to make sure in between all those stars that... So as you're coming outwards, lighting your pressure, it's starting to make a darker blue now, isn't it? Remember, if there's anything for me or you want to catch anything for my attention, just pop it in caps. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine, because I know that you're just talking amongst yourselves, which is really nice, because you'll get a catch up as well. And don't forget to tune in. If you do not know Becky's channel, Becky's Colour Escape, I'm sure you all do by now. She is going to announce on the 29th of May a project between 5 of us, which is going to be exciting. It's Becky's idea. She's enrolled us, and we're all going to collectively get a big task project out there, which is going to be so much fun. What book did you just look out of? It's number 2. It is The Secrets of Colouring number 2 by Jennifer Zimmerman. Can you see that one? I will link everything after, Tammy, so that you are not without all the information, I promise. Because Andrew's come home from the gym now, so he can take Chip out after, and I can edit the description for you all, because usually I have to go and run and do Chip, except, you know, I've got to do dinner. But at least I've got one less job to do after. I've always got to run around like a headless chicken after streams. Okay, so with the cerulean, it takes down that colour. Can you see that's really getting the background standing out? It's going to stand out against that luminescent look. So just go around all those stars. Now, if any of those stars at any point get any colour in them, just grab your eraser. It should be fine. Right, next step. I deepen my blues with a 901 indigo blue towards the top portion of the image and just around the mushroom cap as I move down. So we're going to come with indigo blue 901, and she's going from the very top of the image to deepen it all out. Okay, so we are layering. I am do you know what I've realized? I'm very, very happy. You know why? Because I am not the only person out there that uses 100 million colors for one image or one thing. This makes me happy. So just going around the very tops of the mushroom cap, or mushy, as she calls it, the mushy, glowing mushy. Around all the top. You can blend this out if you wanted to. To create sensitive, add black. She adds black next. Okay, I'm just saying one step ahead. So what we're doing next. Okie dokie. I don't even know, Lozzie. I think I'm going to do some chicken. I season chicken with, I buy the Caribbean seasonings because I absolutely love Caribbean food. And I buy the Dunn's seasonings. I don't know if you have that in the US. And I use the chicken seasoning. I like jerk, Andrew doesn't. But I use the chicken seasoning and the all-purpose seasoning, and I thoroughly season my chicken up, and I put some thyme and I stick it in the oven and I bake all the drumsticks and the thighs with it, and it's delicious. And I make a nice fresh salad, and I usually have chicken and salad. Andrew has it with rice, but yes, yeah, really good. I've always loved Caribbean food. Kids gave you a set of luminance. That is so nice. I bet you are over the moon. Luminance are divine. They really are. If you've got any pencil questions, guys, I think I've got a couple of emails I've got to reply to as well. But if you've got any pencil questions, do fire away. As I said, I can only give you my opinion on them, and not necessarily that you're going to feel the same, because everybody likes different things. Can anyone help me out, actually? Are the Spirifarbens, because you can't get those in the UK, the same as the Sergeant Art Supremes? Because I've got the Sergeant Art Supremes, and people are saying that they're almost identical. Is that right? Does anyone know? Has anyone got both to know or compare? I'm just wondering. I've got my wondering hat on. Hey, Dash. Good to see you. We are doing... Hold on. Anyone that's joining us late, we are doing the glowing mushroom out of the Jennifer Zimmerman's book. Yeah, seriously, why are they such a pain to get for us? You cannot get them in the UK. Ah, Dash, no. Hi, superhero, Sharon. Dash, I'm so sorry. I'm glad that they haven't. I hope you're okay, because that would have been a shock as well to your system. Okay, so we are just going around with indigo to deepen that up. So can you see the depth of colour that's going around in the blues? We're building up. Oh gosh, no. Oh really? I didn't know, Charlotte. So many people saying that if you've got one, they're the same. Just why I wanted opinions, because I know someone here knows everything. There's always collectively, you're like one big mind of colouring information. So I know that someone here will know. Okay, so this is the indigo blue, and it's just to deepen up the mushroom cap and in between the stars. That's what it says. So indigo blue over the cerulean and true blue to make sure just on the mushroom cap that it's nice and deep. That's what we're doing. Ah, Dash, just keep an eye. Keep an eye. I'm sure you know by now, you're a dog breeder, but you know. And I'm glad that he's okay and that he's still with you. And now you can come and spend some time with us, hopefully, and chill out for a bit. Because that's what they're here for. Right, so we've gone with indigo blue, and that's all it says. So it says on the underneath as well. So we're just going to grab some of that indigo blue underneath and blend that out into our light aqua, because it says on the underneath as well. So I'm just following what Jennifer's telling me. She also goes here with it. So we'll see how this comes out. And we can try this in a grayscale mushroom, because there are so many grayscale fairy books that we can try. Hey, babe, good to see you. Dash was Dash Sharon. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon. That's so harsh. Okay, so we're going to go underneath here as well. I'm sorry for him. God, you know, when fur babies go, it's a hard hit. It really is. So, yeah, I sympathise entirely. Okay, so we're just putting the indigo blue. And what is everyone up to these days? You got any exciting projects? You don't have to just talk about colouring. You can talk about another project that you're up to. Or anything that you're doing, any whips, and just in general, what you're doing. Okay, so that is the set. That is the seventh step. To create a sense of depth, I add 935 black over the 901. The 901 is what we've just done. That's the indigo blue, right? So the 935 black, this is this one. We've just done this one. In curved hatching motions between the stars, but leaving a little space. She uses a colourless blender to smooth out, so you're going to need a colourless blender. Okay, so that goes around the mushroom cap. Remember, I always say about, I'm going to do it on here because we can always take this off after. So, because I bought some papers. See? Aha. So remember we talk about how we're going to do the different pressures. So this is avoidable. With doing anything over blues, it's just avoidable. Are you doing the unicorn hair? You got two of me. Your fault is. So when we're going to go over the mushroom cap, say you got your blue down, and you can see it on white here. So I'm going to take this off. To go over that, you need to go very lightly. So this is the kind of pressure that you're going to be doing. It's so light because you're going to use a blender then. The darker you go, so we're going to head to a really deep, that is on a, just avoid that at all costs. So we're going to come back here. And we're going to go over those blues around the mushroom cap and in between the stars. Now it makes the stars stand out. So just very lightly. And we've got those lovely stars that will stand out. So the blender will blend that out if you want to use it, but that's optional. You don't have to use a blender. Jennifer does, and she's just giving her tips. She's using all the things that I wouldn't use, and that's really, really good because it's taking me out of my comfort zone. Blending solution, blenders, neons. So you can see how deep this is going to make this mushroom cap. Yes, baby oil does work, and that was what I was recommended by Anne Swan. Anne Swan's a botanical artist who's incredible. I don't know if you've seen her work, but she's got some botanical books out there. Dee Dee would like her with her botanical stuff. So she's got botanical art in colour pencil, and she's amazing. She gets a Copic, an empty Copic marker, which is like £5, about $6, $6 or $7, just a complete empty one. And she fills it with baby oil. And she uses those in her botanical art. And it's incredible. So can you see, if I bring that a bit closer, how deep that has done the top? Take care, Caroline. So it really does make a difference to black. So we are layer and more layers, and it's working. But we are going super light, so we're doing this. That's what we're doing. Just light motions above the mushroom cap. We are on step 7. Step 8, we're going to start using the neon orange. That's going to be fun. Are you ready for that bit? Because I have never used neons. And let's face it, how many of us actually use them? Pickle, don't answer if Pickle's still here. She uses them. Pickle uses neons and glitters and everything out of my comfort zone. And that's why I love her for that. Because she dares to try, and I love that. I always drum that into everyone. But I'll be honest, I've been in a really bad slump in my own time recently, and I'm finding everything that I'm doing I'm hating. So this is really nice for me to come and do, because I haven't got to think, because the colours are thought out for me. You do as well, Michelle. I love that. See, you're my idols. You're my idols. You just dare, and I love that. Okay, so we're going to go all round with the black. So this is black 935. And as I said, I'm not going to put the colours on the screen, because then it gives away the entire thing more for her, and I want people to go buy a book. When it's my stuff and my colours, I will put the colours in the screen. If it's somebody else's, like the book, and I want you to go buy the book, that is why. So with that top bit, I've just left a tiny little bit there that isn't blended out. So I'm just going to grab back my True Blue 903, and I'm just going to blend that edge out. Okay. So underneath the mushroom, I'm just going to bring some of that black down as well, just to deepen that. It gives it such a sense of like in the wild and deep and dark, and then we're going to have a real big glow. So I'm going to come here as well. Oh, Michelle, well, I am going to tell you in a minute what I'm going to think of them, because I'm going to be using them. So go around all of those stars. Make sure those stars stand out. Just go very lightly with your touch. If you've got a heavy touch, just lighten the pressure. Okay, so can you see the depth? Has that made a huge difference? It has, hasn't it? Right, next step. Now I can start on the mushroom. Woo! Next step. I use 1036 neon orange on most of the back gills. So the back is these parts. In the center of the stem, so she's kind of guided you with a bit of grayscale here. You're going to go on the grayscaled areas. And on the front edge under the cap, so under the ring ruffles, which is here. So there's some areas like here and here. Under the ring ruffles is this part. So there's just a slight. So we're going to start this part now, which is going to be fun. You know, Pickle, that is a chat. I'm going to write that down. Should we do that as a challenge one day? A dip dye neon hair. Dip dye neon hair. We're gonna have a go at neons one day. There you go. Okay. So let's go for it. So I'm going to start with the stem, because it's telling me to go here. So very lightly we're doing this. We're not doing this harsh at the moment. Oh, that's a good video. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so we're going to go on the stem, and she's not going harsh, but she's just going to put enough down for you to visibly see. And remember, as you're coming up away from Grayscale, Grayscale's got no lines. So that's the way to remember it. Excuse me. Grayscale has no lines. So as you're coming up and out of Grayscale, you're kind of buffing your pencil out. So that's what we're going to do. She goes on the underneath of this leaf. So don't forget, this is just at the moment. We've got other colours to put in. So you're just putting it on the Grayscale areas first. And as you're coming out of that Grayscale, just blend out with your pencil. The way to blend out with your pencil is just come to the edge and stop. It's just very, very small. I know. It's had a bit of a shock to its system being in my hand pickle. I don't know if it knows what's going on. It's never been in use. Okay, so we've got it on here as well. I'm just trying to see where we've got it, and we've got it here. So it's not much, it's just enough, because don't forget, less is more at the moment, and then we can always add. Then there is some neon here, so she's gone in those areas of Grayscale. I think that's what's making my throat seize up, using neons. Okay, I'm just going with all the areas that Jennifer is telling us. So we are going to have some really glowy mushrooms. Oh, I will do. Shadow warrior. Stop swallowing then. Well, if I didn't swallow, I'd have a bit of a problem. Daria, you are so right. Okay, so we've also got this area here. And I'm going to put some of that in. Well, it's getting some love now. It was brand new. It's never been touched. We've got some under the ruffle here. So 1 second, I'm just trying to go with what is in front of me. So if I show you the next step, we're on step 8. I hope it's clear in your screens. It's this one. So you're just putting the neon oranges down. That's what we're doing. Just putting neon orange at first, because the next one is a neon yellow, and that is going to be something. Combining those two together. Yeah, well, we are certainly going to glow. I am already glowing over here with my space light. I feel like I'm in outer space with the amount of studio lights that are around me. I'm telling you, in the summer, I'm going to have to put a fan on me or get some air conditioning or something, because sitting under all this lighting is going to be just something, isn't it, in the summer? Because us in the UK, I've said it before, in the UK, no one has air conditioning really, nobody. And our summers are getting warmer and we melt. I say that so lightly, we melt. Okay, underneath there. So we've done that part here. She focuses on these areas under at the back of these gills. So one of them will be a bit deeper, so let's just deepen that up. She comes in these areas as well. So just focus on those little grayscaled areas. The grayscale will guide you. She comes to the backs. And you can add the lines in, just add the lines first as you guide. Yeah, I know, Charlotte. We are never. It's crazy. Seriously, in the UK, Charlotte, I know in Texas, you guys have the hottest summers. But in the UK, in the summer, Nobody has air conditioning ever, unless it's just usually wealthy people, like people who are well off with big houses. But the average house, average working house in the UK does not have aircon. We have fans that are too noisy and you can't hear the telly. Okay, so come underneath, just go underneath this part. So guide your hand, go round. So we've got a little like guide. Just guide it round. So we're going to come down a little bit. Very light touch on that grayscale area. Do you think my Andrew will mind if I'm bug him in a moment and ask him for a cuppa? Because the tea fairy is home. He's in the other room. Okay, so neon orange, if you'll just join in, we are using, and yes, I am using neon orange, which is unbelievable. It really is. Okay, so that is at the moment where we've got with the orange. So we're starting to use a glow. Ah! You are kidding me, Faye. My Lord, that is a lot of money. I know. Right, Victoria. Hi, Victoria. We have 1 million fans on. Oh my gosh. Okay, here is where it really starts to glow. I add neon yellow in between the gills, under the cap, on the outside edges of the stem and under the ring. It also adds a glow around the mushroom. So we're going to go glow around the mushroom this way. That's what she's saying. So we'll go for the glow around the mushroom first. You know, I do wet flannel. A wet flannel, which is a face cloth. Jane, sometimes he's sitting here watching YouTube, other times he's in the bedroom, keeping Chip company, although Chip's here. Just loads of things. Sammie, which do you prefer to do, grayscale with pencils or markers? All pencils, but markers and pencils are becoming a real favourite on grayscale. Okay, neon yellow 1035. We're gonna, wow, this is neon, that's for sure. We're going to go round the edge of this mushroom first. Okay, this is very neon. So we're going to go here first. It's that highlighter. Okay, so I'm just going to focus for a second because this is like putting me into a tank with a piranha. Honestly, that is like, whoa. Okay, so that's around. Now she goes underneath. I have to actually put a little bit more. Okay, so here underneath this gill, this is like unknown territory for me. You just throw me into the wilderness, Jennifer Zimmerman. She's thrown me into the wilderness with these neons. I need to add a little bit more. I've forgotten a little tiny bit. I need my neon orange a second because I've just forgotten a tiny bit there. And just on the edge. Hold on, did I do that part? So just extend that orange out a bit. Just make sure you've got all your orange down. Just so we've got enough. There we go. I know. Oh my gosh. May. It's looking cool. We're going to get there. Okay. There is a lot of trepidation. I am unsure at this moment in time of what is this gonna, I know what it's going to look like. I've got it in front of me. However, when you have to do it in stages, this is like, whoa. Okay, so that part, she's got some pinks in, so we're going to have to leave some of that there. We're going to leave where I've only got a tiny bit of yellow here because the rest is going to have a pink. We've got neon pink to go yet, guys. Neon pink. Okay, then we're going to come up here and all those gills in between that orange, so we've just got to extend that orange a bit. It's just because mine's on a larger scale, that's why. Okay, there we go. We've got all these grey bits is orange, by the way, so just make sure you've got it in. So the neon yellow comes in and it's only light at this point. It's not some dark. You can always deepen up after. So just go very, very carefully. Tread carefully. Caution. This stream should come with a caution. So it is literally going over this area very lightly. So the entire mushroom at this point on the underneath has the yellow. So that is what I'm going to do. All right, are we ready for this? It's really going to be, woo! Take care, anyone that's leaving. I didn't see who's going. I do apologise. Have an amazing day. And I shall speak to you soon. Okay, so we've just got this coming in. Over the entire, she calls it the gills. I just call it the underneath. The soft bit where I cut. You know when you've got a mushroom, you turn it on its back and you cut through because it's easiest. That's the part. So all the gill. You're going to go with your yellow. And it's also on here, she has put it. So it goes all the way down. And then it goes this side. And very lightly. So that is what we've got right now. We're going to glow. Take care, Victoria. Okay, next step, before we go any further with this yellow, she's got sort of a glow down that one side as well. It is looking like it's glowing, right? It really is. Okay. Tilly. So she crispens the stem's edges and the ring's ruffles with 1002, which is yellowed orange and canary yellow. Use both to outline the scales on the cap. Okay, so let me bring that over to you. So we're on this step now. We're on page 2. So this is the last is down here. So crispen the edges up means all of the edges around the stem and the yellowed, the canary yellow in the creases. Okay, so all the creases is all the parts in between, and the rings ruffles are sort of around and in between going this way, right? So, okay, we're going to go for that next step because this starts to deepen and add. Daria, she's with me. Hiya, Katrina. She's with me. She knows her mama. Her mama's having a meltdown. I know. Okay, so first off is the yellowed orange, which is this one. This one is going to crisp up these. That's what she's telling me. Okay, so we're going to go around the edges here. But I highly recommend that you go by the book. Go by the book. Go treat yourself. If you want to try out new things, go buy the book. Jane's been doing it as well. So she's just telling you to kind of go around a bit. And, oh, this part under here as well. So that, oh, I missed a bit. Come back to your neon yellow. Sorry, I've just missed that. We're going to deepen, if that's right. Okay. So we're with our yellowed orange, and I'm just going to do exactly as the tutorial is. This is Sam's version. If it doesn't come out exact, we'll get near. It probably won't come out exact, but it will come pretty close if we follow it step by step. So this is what it's telling. So the yellowed orange, which is 1002, is going to deepen and crisp up. That's what it's saying. It's starting to glow, right? You know, I don't eat Chinese food. But I could pretty easily have a go. Okay, so go around all these edges, and we're gonna make sure all areas are layered up. Okay, let's hopefully Andrew's around and not falling asleep in there, bless him. Andrew, can you just stick the kettle on for me, please? Thank you, love you. Okay, so it crisps up them as well, according to this. And this side, so just think about your lines. It's starting to get there, right? That's it. Oh, Natalie, thank you. Yeah, it's my Azak here. It's my version. it's my version. It's my version. We'll get there. We'll get there. I've got my mark here. Bless him. He does come and help me out. So all this will have some pink and yellow. I've got to add more yellow into that, but we'll do that in a minute. So we'll try and get there first with crisping up. I like that word, crisp it. We'll go for those under here as well. We've got to get our canary yellow in a moment and do that on the neon yellow sections. Okay, so is it starting to come to life? Thank you. I'm glad, because I was kind of not dreading it. I don't dread anything. I love my streams, so I don't dread my streams. I was dreading that it was going to fall flat on its face. All right, so I'm just looking at where I need to make sure that's a little bit more. There we go. So all these parts. So I'm still on my yellowed orange. I have not moved from it. I just want to try and demonstrate that if I can follow a tutorial, and I am the world's worst in it, just believe me on that part, you can. And these books are so worth the price, so worth the money. And think about the hours. Right, these books take, what, 6-7 months in the making, sometimes more, depending on how or what they've been going on in their lives. And they put it out there for less than £20. So 13 in most cases. Now, that's not a lot of money for months of planning. And I can tell you now, planning a video or planning anything takes ages. So it's pretty good. Hey, Loretta. So I think even £20 would not be a harsh ask, personally, for all that planning. And tutorials are, they take a lot of planning. They don't take 5 seconds. They take a lot, and especially if you want to get it right for everyone before you put it out there. Okay, before I do any more with this colour, I need my canary yellow now. And the canary yellow is going to just highlight some of the tops and bottoms of that yellow. So we've got our neon yellow down. Thank you. I'm glad. Well, we've got to thank Jennifer, really, because she's put the book out there for us to try. Okay, so the canary yellow, I'm just going to put where I think it goes at the moment. So it also goes up this side. We've got our glow, don't forget, and we're going to put some of this in there. Is it starting to? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to do this, Andrew. No, it's the glowing mushroom. We're on this step. Is it looking like it?
Yeah, like for like.
So next step is...
Looks like a jellyfish, not a mushroom.
It's a mushie. It's called a mushie.
Jellyfish it is.
It's not a jellyfish. It's a glowing mushroom in the dark.
Hello everyone. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
He said, hi. Thank you. He thinks it's a jellyfish. I said, it's a mushie. Bless him. I'm just showing him what step we're on in front of us so he knows what we're doing. All right, so down here, we've got to have a little bit of this canary yellow. So that comes underneath that yellowed orange. It's a jelly shroom. A jelly shroom. Well, we've made up a new name for it. Courtesy of Andrew, Mr. Harris. Okay. So if I bring that up a little bit, you can see what part we're on. So we're getting there. Mushy fish. I like the mushy. Loretta, yes, 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 they can. They can be used for jellyfish. So this can keep, you don't have to use it for a mushroom, of course. And a jellyfish has got a similar layout in the way of it's got a cap and it's got the tentacles. So yeah, for sure. See, Andrew comes in handy sometimes. He can come in handy. I love him. Bless him. Okay, so we're going to go for a little bit on those stems as well. We've got a little bit coming up into these. So we've got to put some more neon yellow on here, which we will do, but these are a bit deeper. So it comes over. Oh my gosh, have I really? Hi, Patty. I did not know. It doesn't feel like I've been here for hours, but I have. But we've been having fun, right? I like these types of streams. We can just sit, we can learn something new together, and then come away with a produced something that we've done. Okay, next up, we get our neon yellow back. I just need to go back over some of this that I've missed. So I'm going back over on my neon yellow 1035, and I'm just going to additionally add in that glow on all those bits that I might have missed because I was being a bit too careful. So now that I've done that bit, I can add that in. Now the neon orange, which is this bit, you can just make sure that it's very lightly applied in. It's got a pinky look to it, but don't be afraid. It's just making sure that all your neons are added in together, and your neon yellow, which is this one, is blending out the entire lot. If anyone's coming in, we are doing Jennifer Zimmerman's Secrets of Colouring 2. It is out on Amazon. You can go grab your copy. She's also got #1, which is these books here. Thank you, Kenny. And Kenny, I didn't realise you were still here. I'm so happy. So that's #2. She's got #1. And we're working from this one, and we are doing glowing mushroom here. So that's what we're hoping to achieve by the end. And we are actually on the last stretch, which is this page here, where I'm at the very top. So we are on step 11. It's not too bad. We're getting there. Once this part's done, the greens and stuff are not too harsh. So we're getting there. Ah, what are you colouring, Kenny? Thank you. I'm quite proud of myself. You know why? For the last 2 streams, I've not done people, even though I miss doing a person. And I miss doing something in Serene, because that's the one book I am. Mission Serene Finish I'm on. It's like mission to complete. That is what it is. Okay, so we're just putting over all of that neon yellow to make sure that that is really, really applied in well. 1,000 leaves. Okay. Are you doing one of the body colours for Becky? Anyone? For Becky's body colour? There we go. All right, so we're getting there. Next up, we need another neon. What is this doing to me? It's breaking me. Okay, so next one is step 11. For a little variety, I use 1038, which is neon pink, towards the base of the stem. This will really pop against the complementary green grass. So we're coming down here. And we're going to add, coming from the base, we're going to add some neon pink. So it's really pushing the boundaries here with me. So a light touch does it. And anyone that was joining late, there was a couple of really good Grayscale tips if you're still daunted by Grayscale. Grayscale doesn't have lines. It fades out, so that's really good. So one thing to remember is not to make the lines, it's to work with the area that you've got and fade your colour out. And also to use light to dark, which I like. That's my colouring style anyway. So that was a really, really nice tip for me. So they're two really good tips, and to find a very good Grayscale image that you want to work with. Okay, so we've got some really bright pink there. So apparently this is going to complement pink and green as a contrast, and it's going to complement those green grass strips. So that's why the neon pink is put in. That's what Jennifer's put there. So she just adds a little bit at the bottom, although, you know what I'm going to do? Just very, very, very small amount. Just going to make sure that that's popping out a bit. So I'm just going to add over that Grayscale area there. Just going in a circular motion to bring that out. That really looks good. I like it. I like it. Okay. So now I use my 903 again with some Bio Shield, which is, we're going to use Zest over the grey area on the mushroom cap. Okay, so we're going to go back in a moment to our blending stump. 903 is our true blue, and I'll show you which step we're doing. So on the mushroom cap here, this is the step we're on. We're on number 12. Let me bring you in the camera. Hold on. We're on this one here. So we're going to use the 903 to go over the mushroom cap here. We're going to circle out all those with a yellow, because look, she circled them out with yellow. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to blend that out towards the edge with the blending solution. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So 903 is your true blue, and as I said, if you really want to do this, go grab the book. The book is called The Secrets of Colouring 2. The artist is called Jennifer Zimmerman, and it's out and available on Amazon now. If we need to go back and make any finishing touches, add anything, we will do. But for now, we're going to just do the steps. Okay, so true blue. What I will do, guys, before we continue, I'm going to get my canary yellow. I'm just going to circle like she did. It doesn't look like it, but this is what she's done. So just very lightly, I'm going to circle out all those glows so that it keeps within it for us. I'm just looking at a picture. Okay, so she's got another one there. Another one here and here. There we go. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're going to go with a true blue. Oh, there's one there as well. Sorry, missed that one. And just follow all the Grayscale area only. So as you're coming out, release the pressure of your pencils. So again, pressure pencils. All right, Lou, that's fine. We're going like this. Pressure, harsh pressure, really like a medium to go over the Grayscale, and a super light would be even lighter like that. But that's barely touching the paper. So this you would see on line art. This you would see more on Grayscale. That would be too harsh and you're just going to have horrible lines. So go with the medium pressure and follow every single Grayscale area that she's provided for us. So circular motions works best for me. And we're going to go all in between, which can be a little bit of a pain, but, you know, we're going to do it because we need to keep those nice and fresh, those glows. They're not polluted with colour, otherwise we're going to lose them. So just lightly does it. And in things like Christine Karen and Selena Fennick on their grayscales, they have mushrooms quite often featuring. You can use this technique in your colour books. You can try it on this piece of cardstock. This is 160-gram cardstock, if anyone's wondering. It is my usual that I use. I will post it in the description after the stream. Oh, it's okay, enough it for me. I was just looking, making sure I've not missed anything. You can also use, guys, Strathmore Duo colouring pencil paper. Any 160-gram paper would be fine, but I'll just give you the link to what I use in the UK. I get 100 sheets for £5. I love it. And I've never looked back since, and I've tried quite a few. However, I do like to try, you know, others. You can also use, if you wanted to do this against Strathmore, that would be fun. Strathmore Tone Tan, that would really pop on that paper. Can you imagine? If I was quicker than what I am, I would do 2 and do the compare. I could do the Strathmore and post the compare up on the community tab one day and see what that looks like. That would be really fun. Thank you, Heather. Welcome back, Helly. It's always good to see you. Okay, so we are just putting enough down. So we've got to blend out, don't forget, and that brings the colour to life. What have you guys all been getting recently? What goodies have you treated yourself to on Mother's Day? Plague me with your goodness. I know a few of you have got the Nocturnes, and I'm like, oh, did yours come yet, Desiree? That's okay. You lurk and colour. That's what these streams are here for. They help someone relax. Good. That's what I like. Okay, so you know when you're coming out on the edge, you're going to fade that out. So not too much. Yeah, we're on this step, Helly. We're on step 12 at the top here. So we're just doing that now. We might have to add a little bit more depth into the glowy part, but we're doing all right. We're following it. Oh, full set of polish. You've got the Villain Sand. Do you find the detail very, very, very intricate? That's one of my scare books. How are you, Katrina? Are you okay? It's good to see you, girlie. I've got all my mods under one roof. It's so lovely to see. If you don't know all my mods, they're amazing girls, trust me. And so always there for me. I love them dearly. Okay, so we got that first step down. Hey, Mandy. So next up, we need to blend that out. So we're going to go back to our blending. Now, that's still there and it's still wet. Can you see my thumb? So even though it doesn't look like it's in there, trust me, it's there. Thank you, Mandy. We're getting there. Disney Villains colouring book. Oh, I like. Oh, the flat book, Terran. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we got that area there. Just hold it in for a couple of seconds and it reactivates or re-wets your blending stump. Okay, let's go for it. I like this bit. This is actually quite fun. So when you're going around, see how, let me come close a second. So when you're coming out towards the edge, don't forget we've got some other colours to go. Can you see the difference? It takes out the tooth and it makes that just completely blend. It's like heaven. Can you see that? So we've gone from toothy to a real seamless blend. It's actually pretty, I'm quite liking this stuff. Never used it before, not properly. Okay, so I'm just using a Spectrum Noir. They're a pack of Stumps, blending Stumps, and this size is number 2. And they're really inexpensive. You can buy them. I think mine was, excuse the house phone for a minute. I'll phone them back after. These were, I think, about £5. They weren't expensive. It has to just ring and I'll get it after. I'll do call back. It's always the way, isn't it? It's only going to be one of my neighbours. It really is nice. Some of these have a strong smell. It smells like oranges. Yeah, I'm okay. Mum's okay. Thanks for asking. Hey, Spicy Pat. What kind of blender are you using? This is the Spectrum Noir one, and then I'm using, sorry, because you missed the beginning, sweet. Zest pencil blend. So it's a used to blend coloured pencil, wax pastels, wax pencils or oil pastels. So use on those. You can also use them on those gelatos. And this is just one of those banking things where they keep their fingers wet when they're counting money. And I put some in and I just hold to activate so it doesn't soak the blender, and it works really well. You can use Q-tips as well. You know, you don't have to use these. If you've got Q-tips, cotton buds, we call them in the UK, you can use those as well and blend out. So there's so many little hacks and great little tips. And amongst us, we could write a book. We could so write a book with, we could do a stream of like compiling up a list of hacks and tips for anyone coming into adult colouring new, and they might not know all of these things. Okay, so we're coming down to this part. It is Pat. I was going to call you spicy. It is the same. No, yeah, no, he did. Desiree, didn't he dress up as him as well? He dressed up as Hawkeye, I'm sure he did, for Halloween or something. Desiree knows. She's like my mind for Supernatural. Okay, so we're going to keep some glow. And don't forget, we can always do a Posca and add some glow in. So we're going to come over to here again. Just tap it in, hold for 3 seconds and take out. And just circular motions, just blend that out. Now, you don't want to go all around because you want to keep that glow. But you do want to kind of bring it out a little. Right, next step. That will dry really quickly. And it does go through slightly. But look, the rest that we did completely went. So it only goes through temporarily. And then it completely goes. Hey, Christine. Yes, we are. We are using Jennifer Zimmerman's Secrets of Colouring #2. And we are doing the Glowing Mushroom, Christine. This one over here. And we're on step number 12. We're heading to 13 right this second. I add some 103 to the bottom section that I just coloured. So all of what she's just coloured, and 103 is the I will get my words out. There we go. Cerulean blue. And I add some 992, which is light aqua, to the top, blending part way into the white of the cap. Okay, so we're going to come out here into the white of the cap with the aqua. And we're going to go into this blue here with the cerulean blue in 103. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Thank you. We're getting there. I'm so enjoying it. Okay, right. Just looking at the next step. Hi, Jan. Thank you, Pickle. Okay, ready. We're going to go next. Make sure that your page is dry. It's dry, right? So we're going to go 103 as she's telling us, and she's going to go over that entire area what we've just done. Make sure it's dry. The last bit we did over there, so we'll work this side first. Go from the part you did first, because that will be the first part to dry. Go to the part you did last at the end. So just put all of that out into the whole area. So it's just, you know, just enough to kind of just bring that blue right out. I hope you're all very, very well today. I'm doing all right. And if you're not, I really am sending big wishes. So we're just putting all of that around. So hold on, we're just going to go around all these areas.
Probably 20-25 minutes away.
I think Andrew's just got a job, so he'll be going out in a minute. Okay. So we're just going to bring us. This is 103. Is everyone trying to listen to the conversation as well? It's like, shh, everyone. Let's hear what Andrew's up to. Okay. So let's just put all of that into these areas. Now, some of this will have a glow, so we can add that in with some Posca. I've got some white Posca, which we can really bring out. And apart from that, we're just going, see, we're going to go to our last section, which was the middle. Last. That's what to do, is leave the last area to do till the end.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But as long as
he has Monday, Tuesdays off work, if you're wondering why he's at home. Sometimes Wednesdays, depending on his health. But he's a London suburban taxi driver, like Black Cab. But he doesn't do central London. He does the suburban badge. So it's very quiet at the moment. So yeah, he needs a job. Okay, next. Let's just swiftly move on. Okay, so 992 to the top. Blending part way into the white of the cap. So the white of the cap is this area here. Patty, it's Essie. It's called Meet Me at the Altar. Essie. Okay, so light aqua. You're going to meet from the cerulean blue, and you're going to bring that colour out. I think we're going to end up blending again, or maybe not. So we're going to bring that part way only. So just bring it part way. Part way. Here's a pen here. Oh, where is it? I did have a pen. Sorry. There's a pen here. There's no pen. Sorry. Okay. So just bring that light aqua out into all these areas of this white. So those of you joining late, is the lighting all nice for you? Do you think it's nice though? It's clearer? I know, it's called Meet Me at the Altar. I'm not even kidding you. That's what I said. Might as well even stick it on the nails, Christine, because why not? It's really nice, isn't it? It's a nice colour. I don't like my nails, they always break, but it's a nice colour. Christine, did you get my hint? You're the only one that said it. Okay, so I am going with the light aqua. I was listening to someone the other day, and they were very posh English on telly, and they said aqua. I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to try that one. Aqua. We are you. He was talking about aquatic stuff, but it was aquatic. I was like, oh, I've got to try that. I love that. It's like I was listening to Prince Charles talk once, and he was like, spaghetti. Bolognese spaghetti. Oh, that go you, Prince Charles, with your spaghetti. Take care, Gary. Okay, so we're just meeting that. Now, if we need to blend that out, we always can, you know. We've got that blending solution there. So I am going very lightly here. Light pressure, edge of the pencil. If you go down, you're going to do too harsh. If you do on the edge, it's going to bring it out. So edge of pencil and bring the light aqua out. Okay, so there's a bit there as well, which we're going to go with. Let's bring that right out. Ah, this is looking nice. I'm liking it. So we're going to get darks on this in a minute, and then we've only got the grass really. It's coming together. Faith, I like that one. It's so clear, right? It's nice and clear on your screens. I'm so happy. Melody, you're an angel. It is amazing, right? I love it. It's super clear. Okay, it's the lighting. Right, next steps, guys. Next step. So to intensify the colour a little, go with violet blue. We've not used this one yet. This is going to be good. I create a more pronounced coarse shadow towards the bottom of the cap. So, okay. How long can it be then?
I know.
No, where are you going? Sorry, guys, just checking. Where are you off to?
Finch Street to St. John's Wood.
What, return or
No,
just
one way.
It's at a time when it's going to be busy on the road. All right, well, I'll see you soon. Okay, so we haven't done this one. So to intensify the colour, and then she goes over the cap with 901, which is indigo blue. So we need violet blue and indigo blue. So add the details to the cap edges. So the cap edges will be the black, the indigo blue. We don't need that yet. We need the 933 violet blue. So her exact phrase is, I intensify the colour a little with 933 violet blue. I create a more pronounced coarse shadow towards the bottom of the cap here. And add details of the cap edges here with 901. Okay, we are with this. No, they're not that bad. I'm okay. So we are doing, Joanne, the glowing mushroom tutorial. I don't mind saying, like, from Secrets of Colouring. We're doing this tutorial to see what it comes out like, and it's also edging you to go buy the book to see that they do come out amazing. Hi, Michelle. I'm okay. How are you? Okay, so we're going to go with violet blue first, and we're going to go just to intensify the colour. As I said, what I love about Jennifer is that she is a girl after my own heart. She uses a million layers. So it's just to intensify colours.
Right.
Okay, love you. Bye. Okay, so we're going to add that just to the bottom parts and bring that intensity up. It's bringing it out, right? Yes, go buy, go buy, go buy. Thank you, Connie. I'm happy with how it's looking. So she brings some of that down. So I'm just going to I'm going to blend that out a bit. So make sure that these glowing parts in between, we're going to have those as yellow. Yeah, they're going to go yellowy. I think they're going to be a neon, right? So we're going to use our neon again. But we're going to use indigo blue also. So it's really, I mean, she gives you a guide. You can pretty much do what you want. It's your picture. But this is just going by the guide. If you wanted to add stuff, you can always, I'm going to add one little thing that's going to be my little touch on it. But that's just my thing, and that's going to be a Posca. Yes, so you're liking the picture with not the actual. I'm not on about the picture. I'm on about the picture clearness. Are we liking it? Are we liking the fact that this is like in super clear? Because that light has made the difference, and the webcam is in the very middle of it. Okay, so all this part here is going to have some indigo, and we're going to have to blend that out a bit. So I'm actually going to get my, she doesn't do this part, but I think I'm going to have to get my solvent. I've gone solvent mad on that. So we're just going to create some depth. Thank you. It's a new light, Courtesy Melody. It is a space light, Pat. Thank you, Charlotte. It's a space light. It is a space. I can show you again. This is like, I've recorded this earlier. I don't know if you can see. So look, it dims. We can dim it down. Look. Yeah. So I can show you quickly. It's a light. Look. We've got this. I'm going to show you in a minute, but we've got this like big light. It's like a big ring. It's a big ring light. Let me show you. And then the other side, I have this huge studio light. And then I'm in the middle. Yeah, and then I'm in the middle. It's amazing, isn't it? I love it. So, stay with me today anyway, but it doesn't matter. You guys have seen me. You know what I look like. You know exactly who I am. So, I'm just showing you what it looks like. It's great, isn't it? It's cool, right? I love it. Ring light, safe. The words. Oh, Christine. Yes. Yes, that's exactly it. There is none, and it's just above us, and it's amazing for filming. So if you've got a channel and these ring lights you've been wondering, I would now say, I couldn't recommend it before. I've got those box lights. I got one, and I had a little silly table daylight lamp here, which is good for my own time colouring, but I'm not going to use the studio lights for anything other than the channel. I'm not going to bring those out to colour my own pictures. But for the channel, because we do quite long streams, and when I add it up, if I do 3 streams a week, that's 9 hours of me. And the lighting is everything. Okay, so this is violet blue. Now what we need to do is get indigo blue. We're nearly there. You're back. Hi, Shara. Okay, so now we're on the indigo blue, which is step 14. So we've only got another 4 steps. So now all this does is it intensifies some of this. So we're going to go around the edging. So this is indigo. This is 901, and it's just kind of just deepening up and making sure this is all I'm going to say deep and intense. It's the intensity of everything. Okay, so we're just going to make sure that this is completely done. So, Natalie ran. No, it's not. They're not hot. They're warm, of course, like any lamp, but no, not hot. Not hot at all. I think I've got a thing in them that doesn't allow them to overheat. Otherwise, you know, it'd be a disaster. Okay, so we're just going to put some indigo blue at the very bottom. I might have to blend this out a touch, but, you know, we'll get there. But for now, I'm quite happy with the result. And just for some intensity, I might add a touch of black at the very bottom here. That is not in the, we'll go by the steps only for now. I'm not going to sway from it yet. But we could add a touch here, couldn't we? There's no reason to why we couldn't. So we can bring some of that down. You know this part here, there's like a real big separation. Now, there's still a separation in it, but not so apparent. So I'm just going to bring some of this indigo down. just a touch. There we go. Take care, Charlotte. Thanks for coming. And anyone that's going or thinking of going and you, I miss your goodbyes. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it every single time. And have a fabulous day or night, wherever you are in the world. Okay, so we're just making sure that the indigo is really apparent at the bottoms, especially. So, yeah, is it nice and deep now? Right, next up. Now I use my 1035 to create the glow. Now 1035 is a neon yellow again. And blend it into the dark sky with the luminance white. Now what she's talking about and referring to is the glow around the mushroom cap. So we're back to our neon. This is coming up to the last stages. We're on the last 3 steps now after this one. So neon yellow, the glow comes outwards. Now we're going to put some deco yellow in those, I think. So we're going round the mushroom cap. And we're going to go the entire way round. Hi, Charlotte's colouring therapy. Ah, Marie, that's fine. You pack away and think. It's all for a good purpose. Okay, so wow, this is very neon. So we're going around the entire outside and making that glow. Now she goes pretty good, like all the way around all of those. So don't be scared. If I can use a neon, you can use a neon, trust me. Trust moi. So I'm going around with, this is 1035. We're going with Jennifer Zimmerman's steps, and we're in step 15 at the moment. There's 18 steps. We're nearly there. These parts won't be hard. I've done grass before in Grayscale, but these are new territories to me, the neons entirely. It's the first time I've used them in anything. They are my most unloved and underused pencil colours, I'd say. Okay, so that goes all the way around. That's reluctant to try Grayscale. I hope that is why we're doing this. See, some people think they're easy and some people think they're hard. I mean, I personally am in between. I don't think it's hard, but I don't think it's easy. And for a very long time, Grayscale scared the life out of me. So you're not alone. And this is why different colouring channels are really helpful, because they tackle the things that you might need a boost with. I wouldn't say help, but just to boost, the confidence boost to do it. So yeah, we'll give it a go. All right, so that's going around there. Then she uses a white luminance to blend it into the dark. Now this can go very muddy on the end, so just sort of wipe it off on a sheet paper. Kind of just blends it out. Thing is, that's going to kind of muddy it in, isn't it? Okay, we'll see how this goes. It's like, hold your breath. Oh, is this going to work? I'm just going to sort of blend that out as well. Okay, so you can just blend it on the edges. It kind of softens it, I'd say, and makes it less harsh and more of a gradient. Okay, so white luminance this is, but you could use your white. She just uses luminance. Grab your white Prisma if you don't have a Lumi. If you can afford just a single luminance, grab your buff titaniums and your whites. Okay, so I'm just going to blend that out. Right, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Thank you. We're nearly there. Right, next step, 16. Now I tackle the grass. So now what we'll do before we go on to the grass, which is the last, very last step, I want to look at what we've got and if we need to kind of work on that a bit. So I'm going to grab my, this is just where you can look back on your picture. I'm just going to grab my neon orange and I'm going to make sure that things are going to stand out. Now you can deepen up a bit, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So you can do this, and this is what I mean by it's good to sit back. It's good to look at a reference which is in front of you in terms of the book, and it's good to add the details in should you need to, and I certainly do, because where you go light you can always add. If you go too dark at first it might put you off, and that's not what you're wanting to do. So let's go for our neon orange and make sure that all of our areas are most definitely covered. And let's get the confidence to kind of use these neons now. Look at me. I'm using them. And just blend that out. Now, you can also blend out with a white pencil. It's totally doable. So we're just going to make sure that we've got all of that covered. There we go. It just makes out as if, you know. Yes, Connie, try it. I'd love to see. That's why these books are here. They're so handy. So go grab your copies, guys. I'll link it into the description. I'm going to grab my yellowed orange. I'm just going to make sure that that is completely blended out. And reapply any lines that I need apparent. Now, don't forget grayscale colouring is lineless. It's a gradient. So we're just applying in the depth that we need in order for it to appear that there's a gradient between light and dark and like what's shining, because we have got a lot of glowing going on. So this is just my yellowed orange. Yeah, perfect. Brilliant. Brilliant. So if I hold that up so far, we're nearly there. What I might do is now grab my neon yellow, and I'm just going to just make sure that the glow is really standing out for you guys. Now, we've got our neon, which I'm just going to very lightly apply into these circles because I need some yellow in there and I can always blend them out. So just a touch. So is it nice and glowy? Oh, Becky. Becky, it was a mistake. Okay, now next step. Now I tackle the grass. I use the 1035 on the front blades, and the rest are coated in 916. So 1035 is again our neon. 916 is our, we are going to find it. Is our canary yellow, and then we go for our dark green, which is our last step, which is 908. So we're not going to go to 908 yet. Hold on, I'm getting confused. In the book it says 908 is peacock green, but 908 for me is dark green. Am I right? So the front blades, I tackled about using 1035 on the front. So it's just on these bits. So 1035 is on neon. So not on all, it's just on the front where we've got light. So go for the light areas. So just all those light areas. Yeah, I thought so. It says peacock green in there. I might have to ask her if she meant peacock green or if it was dark green. There's a couple of just tiny little errors. I don't know, she would like to, you know, sort of put a notice out whether or not it's peacock green or dark green. It says 908, but in the print it says peacock green. I'm just wondering if it's peacock green or dark green, because I've picked up 908, which is dark green. Okay, so we put, yeah, so we put that just on the front, which is just minimal, and I use the 1035 on the front blades of grass to illuminate them. So now we're going 916 is coated before adding the green. So it just is on these light areas with the luminous, the neon, and then the rest of it is going to be coated with the canary yellow before we add the green. So it is all yellow before green goes on, right? Oh, sorry. It's all right. I said sorry. She'll understand. It's fine. It happens. Our finger slipped. It's just a shame it wasn't on Amazon. Okay, we're nearly there. Becky will be back. Okay, so we're going for our canary yellow 916 over the entire thing now. Just go lightly. This will brighten up. If I do it on here a minute, are you with, where are we? Okay, so if I come here, if we do yellow, that's how bright that is. So we'll do green at the side, which without the yellow. When you add the green on top of the yellow, it brightens it, gives it like a spring green. So can you see the difference? So that's green without and that's green with. So it really does make a difference. So by putting the yellow down first, we're going to sort of go for that there. She's in the corner. Yeah, May finally got someone to talk to over there. You girls make me laugh. Ah, May, it's not a lonely place there anymore. It's not lonely. Hi, Rochelle. Welcome. All right, will you bear with me, guys? I really need to go and take one thing, okay? Bear with me. Be right back. Just grab the drink or something. I'll be just literally a minute. All right, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Well, 1 minute. I know. She has a bar and snacks. It can't be that bad, right, Lou? Okay, I'm back. I just needed to take a tablet. It's quick. I told you I'd be quick. Welcome back, Becky. Hi, Lulu. Becky, you were in the corner. You were put in the naughty corner with me. Oh, gosh. Sorry, lovely. It was an accident. Okay, so we're going over the entire thing with canary yellow. We thought May might have needed some company. Okay, all of that area. So over every single one of these. And remember, Grayscale is completely lineless. So you're just going with the gradient and not any lines. So if you're just joining, oh gosh, it is fine. Becky knew it was an accident. So let me just zoom you out a minute before we continue with the grass. So we're doing this here. And we've started off, we've done pretty good so far. We're nearly there. So we started off with just the background, worked our way up to the neons, worked our way up all the way, and we're on this step here. And we're getting there. It's kind of there, isn't it? So we are almost on the last stages. Now, the final result, it will hopefully look like this one here. We're kind of nearly, it's kind of hard to tell on such a smaller scale, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And it's been so relaxing to do because I haven't had to pick colours out. And we have a flip chart now that I can just tear off paper so we can try some things. Thank you. Oh, Loretta, I wish for thank you so much. You guys are always so encouraging. Okay. So we are on Canary Yellow, aren't we? We're going over all of this. I'm having so much fun doing this. I hope you have enjoyed the stream so far. If you have, come back. Don't leave me. Come back again. You're welcome anytime. Becky and May have got snacks in a corner and I've got the entertainment. So we're sorted. We are sorted. Okay, so over the entire thing, yeah? Okay, we're going to add a tiny little Sam touch at the end, but that is not till the end. Just with the posca, because I think it will be nice with it. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, May's colour timeout bar cafe. Thank you, Lulu. Okay. So now we're going to go for 908. Now, just a tiny little misprint. In the book, it says 908, but then next to it, it says peacock green. 908 is dark green, so I'm guessing it's dark green. I'm going to go with a number and not with a name. We could do it as 907 peacock green, but bearing in mind that she's put 908, I'm going to go with 908. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with that. So 908 is dark green and 907 is peacock green. So we're going to go with the dark. Now, I'm just going to have to turn it ever so slightly. I'm going to go first here. What we're going to do is go from darkest. I'm going to go in circular motions and bring that green in. And I'm going to go all over the dark parts with the dark green. And I'm going to leave the luminous in the middle. Like that. So if you want to grab your luminous and just reapply in, you can in that middle part. And it should keep it. So we're nearly done, and then Connie, Connie, our lovely Connie here, is live at 7 my time, so in half an hour. I'm not sure what's Connie doing today. Connie is doing Fairy Tale Princess Colour and Chat. Is that in the Mystic Art Mirrors? Take care, Katie. We're near the end. Okay, so I'm just gonna add, I've timed that about right, haven't I? 4, 5, 6, 7, about 3 hours. It's taken 3 hours, but I do take it step by step. So very lightly add in the dark green. I think I need to add a little bit more of that canary yellow down. Okay, so be generous with your canary yellow, guys. Otherwise, when you put your green down, it's not going to make a huge difference. Connie, I won't be there at the beginning. I hope you're not offended. I just got to go run Chip out. I didn't think I did, but Andrew's gone to work, so I do now. Okay, so I'm just going to reapply all my canary yellow over everything because I didn't realise that I needed that amount. Yeah. Oh, it happens. Don't worry, honestly. It happens, Katrina. We all do it. Oh, Kathy. I don't know about perfection, but I'm trying. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, gosh, I've timed out people before by accident, and I've blocked. Poor Morticia got blocked by accident once, and she said to me, Sam, I'm blocked. So it was May saying you blocked, and I was like, I didn't block her. And I realised I must have blocked her by accident or hid her on the channel. And she was done like that for months. Poor Morticia, she didn't say anything. And I was so apologetic, but it's when chat goes so quick it happens. So don't worry, Katrina. We know. Yes, don't beat yourself up. Okay, just going to go over with the canary yellow. Even Tilly agrees. She's saying, look, don't beat yourself up over it. It happens. Okay, so I'm holding my green on the side. And I'm just going over all that yellow area, but I'm trying to do it where we don't have a line about it. So just is enough. Yeah, Christine, I do now. I do now. I never did until then. And I felt so bad. But it happens. We're human. We're human. All right, nearly there, guys. So I'm going to go down darker, press a bit harder at this bottom area. And we're just going to make sure that all of that is put into the darkest areas. Oh my gosh. Tilly, I love you, but you do not need to shout. And also just very lightly come up because it can easily start to apply lines into your work. Okay, so I'm just going to get my neon yellow a second. I'm just going to reapply that in on that little section there, as I'm going to do on the tops, on the blades, and on any of the shiny areas that you want to stand out. It is coming along. Hi, Erin. Yeah, we can time out Tilly. I just have to mute you. If I did this, and then you come back, does that mute me? I'm just going to tap. Tell me if it mutes. Did it? It mutes me. Oh, so if I need to have a coughing fit, I can mute you. I did not know that. Never used it before. So we can time out. If Tilly's doing a mad one, I can time her out for a second. Stop your ears bleeding. Great. I never knew. Hey, you learn something new every single day. I am so behind with technology and I'm trying to get into the times. Okay, so I'm just putting this 908, and you can also add, you know what would be nice over these? Some spring green. So again, if you're doing this in your colour books and you want to just sway away a bit from the actual, or add your own spin, you can add another green. You don't have to stick with this green. I would add spring green. Yeah, I know. I know, Cage. He does, but then when I go and stay at Lou's for a few days, he misses me, doesn't he, Lou? And he's like, come back. he moans about my singing, and he doesn't moan. He's like, you should just not sing. And then when I go away for any time, he's like, come back. And I thought, singing and all. He's like, singing and all. So he's learned to live with it. Now I'm just going to put a touch more on that. So like a little shadow. And I'm going to do the same on the underneath here. I'm just going to add a little bit of a shadow. I'm going to grab my black and do that, guys, because there we go. It just needs it. So, you know, if you were to shadow out anything, there we go. It just shades it for us. Yeah, I know. This can be, this is just one of our practice pages. I'm loving it though. So we're nearly there. And our last step, finally, I sharpen the edges of the very front blades because objects in the foreground are usually most in focus with my indigo blue Verithin. Now, we haven't got an indigo blue Verithin, so what I am going to do is grab our indigo blue Prismacolor and we're going to sharpen the blades. That's what she's doing. So all she's doing by sharpening, by what I'm looking at on hers, is adding a blue touch to here. Sharpening the blades coming sort of down. Although I think, you know what would be better? Cerulean blue. Let me just try that. Yeah. I'm going to go over to cerulean blue. So she sharpens the blades with a blue, not with a black. Question. Does the solvent stay wet looking? No, not at all. So if we go to the back, it is now gone. Look, it's dry as a bone. And if you look on, there's no buckling, nothing. It is exactly as it should be. So nope, not at all. Okay, so we're just going to add this. This is cerulean blue, and I'm just going with what she's telling me to do. So like on this part, very lightly. Now, a Verithin would be harder. So if you've got Verithins, do go ahead and use that. I haven't, so I'm using this one. No, yeah, it's gone completely. Yeah, it's brilliant for that. I've not used them in a colour book before, so now I know I might. So there's a reason they're out there, and now I know. Okay, so I'm just going to sharpen the edges with the blue. So this is cerulean. And I think that is it. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to get a postcard. Now that is, I'm going to show you now. That is the tutorial we have followed step by step, and that is the result we've got. So I'm going to zoom you out and we're going to add my finishing touches. That is what we've done. So we have done step for step, as Jennifer's told us, barring one, we couldn't do one step, which was the Verithin, and that is the final result. So I'd say, following her steps, she has explained herself magnificently well. Yeah, 18 steps. I've broken it down. You wouldn't take as long. It's just that I was talking you through it. But that has worked brilliantly. We have done neons. I've never done neons. We have used blending and stumps. I've never done that with you. We've done grayscale. And we have followed a tutorial. It's come out good, isn't it? I survived the neon, Daria. I did. I survived. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But what I am going to do now, it's not in. This is just the extra that I'm going to do, and it's not a face. Take care. Bye, Gary. All right. So what I just want to add myself, just because I think it will add a little bit of an element to it, is I'm going to grab my Posca. And this is just because I want to, nothing else. Where did you get the little solvent holder? Oh, well, this one. This was just on eBay. This is just a sponge. You know, bankers where they count money and they tap and then they count. That's one of those, and it was £1, so like $1. Okay. So what I just want to do is, you know, these little sections. I just want to add like a shine. just make sure that my poster is. Yes, they are brilliant. So go grab your copies, guys. Most definitely grab your copies, as I'm sure that she would love to see over on the social media platforms as well what you have done. So I'm just going to make sure that this is just brought out a little bit more. And hold on, I'm just going to get my white pencil and kind of just go along with that. Just make sure it stands out. Right, so what I like to do on mushrooms, I don't know if it will happen on this one, is I'm just going to turn you to the side. I just like to add a little bit of just a tiny little bit of a highlight. It's just like silly little things. Take care, Joanne. Thank you so much. Rochelle, this one is The Secrets of Colouring 2 by Jennifer Zimmerman. Her name is spelled at the top. So Jennifer and Zimmerman, ZIMMERMANN. So it's a double N. If you want the ISBN, it's 978-0-998-929248. And it's a brand new one out. She also has the first one, which is this one, which is stacked again with a lot of tutorials that you can follow. This one has got even more in it. It's just, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so anything that you might want to add is just to add like an extra element onto it. Okay, so you have to wait in between because it's acrylic paint, this. And I'm going to leave it right there. I just love little silly touches like that. And that is it for today. So we've done both. So we want to thank also Melody for the light and the editing stuff so that we can do more. And that was that wrapped up. I'm going to have a little go with this very shortly. Probably won't be today, which is the metallic sheen. These are by Deco Art. It's an acrylic paint. They're supposed to be super shiny. It's bronze one. I really want to have a little sort of go with that. And that is it, my loves. Yeah, it was just brilliant. Thank you so much, Becky. Thank you, everybody. I really enjoyed doing that. So we're going to put that on Instagram and let Jennifer know that we did it. And hopefully she'll see the results. So remember, face your fears like I did today with neon. Thank you, everyone. So I'll let you know regarding today. If not, I'll be here on Saturday for sure. You all take care. Have an amazing day. Go over to CB. If anyone wants to link Connie's channel, I'd be eternally grateful. If you want to go over to Connie, CB's channel, she is streaming in 10 minutes. So if you want to hop on over to another stream and you still fancy going and seeing some gorgeousness put out there, Connie's going to be on in 10 minutes. Thank you, May. Bye, everyone.